What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. This one is a 3-day trip I spent all alone on this island. I'm on a massive lake, 28 miles long, up to 200 feet deep, so it was a pretty big lake. Had a lot of fun, did some fishing, built a primitive shelter, stayed in that this whole time, had some storms come through. So I had some struggles along this trip, but I was able to overcome those and learn from them. That's what this kind of stuff's all about. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Just drop a like if you do, and that'll help me out a ton. Thank you. This is a 2-part video, so make sure you guys get to that second video when it comes out, and I hope you guys enjoy that one as well. I got about a 4-mile paddle to get where I need to be, where I can be camping. It's a state forest, so I'm gonna get my kayak in there. I'm gonna head out. I might be trolling a little bit to see if I can catch any fish, because there's all sorts of different kinds of fish here, and if I get any success, I'll show you guys that on camera. But now I'm just gonna take my kayak and head over and get out there and start paddling. So I found there's an apple tree right by the boat launch. Just pulling the kayak. I figured I'd just grab one. Just a little snack. Hopefully they're not too bitter. This one looks alright. A little bleed up there, but it should be alright. Alright, back to pulling. Alright guys, so started my paddle. Like I said, it's about 4 miles. I gotta go, so I'm gonna be out here a little bit. I definitely think I'll be setting up my lure and getting it trolling here in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and get away from all these people first, and I'll catch up with you guys then. Alright guys, so I got this lure on here. Like I said, I'm just gonna let it troll behind me, so just right behind me. Put this right here. Kind of lock it in between my legs here, and I'm just gonna keep paddling. I'll let you guys know if I get anything on there. Alright guys, so first fish of the day. Woo. Make sure you guys, hopefully you can see it. It's a little tiny baby bass. Be my first fish this whole trip. Alright, easy little guy. Alright, there it is. First one. Alright guys, so straight ahead is where I need to get to. That's the start of the creek system. I've been paddling. Let's see, it's been about an hour and a half since I started. Only had that one fish. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to you when I get over here, get a little closer to where I need to put out at. I thought I'd just give you an update quick. Okay, so I'm up here along the shoreline. It looks nice and lower elevation. You can see it a little bit up in there. If I focus in on it right, it goes up. But this is the creek system starting it. So I'm gonna paddle down a little bit, check it out. I don't want to be way out in the open over here. I'm gonna try to go down there, see how it looks down here. And if it's any better, I'll just go down there. If not, I can always come back. But yeah, pretty exciting. It looks promising, and it looks like there's a nice little bank over here that I could fish off of at night. Try to get some catfish, but here we go. That's where we're at right now. Okay guys, so I was just recording, or thought I was recording for like past 15 minutes with the GoPro. It wasn't on. So I've just been paddling up the shoreline trying to see if there's any better places to camp. While I was doing that, about 5 minutes ago, had a big hit on my line. Picked it up, reeled it in like 2 reels maybe. Saw the fish jump up. It looked to me like a smallmouth bass, and probably close to 4 pounds. Real big fish. Snapped the line. I thought I had the GoPro on. I put a new lure on because I lost that one, obviously. Opened up the drag, or loosened it up a little bit, so if I do get another big one, it won't snap the line like that. But yeah, disappointing that I didn't get the fish, and I didn't get it on camera because it came out of the water the whole way. So guess that's how it goes. I'm gonna keep paddling, see if I can find any better spot. But there we go. Little snake swimming right there, right along that shoreline. Oh, there's an eagle. Mr. Golden Eagle. Holy cow. At least I think that's what it is. If it's not a golden eagle, let me know. Or I guess even if it is, just let me know in the comments. Tell me what bird it is. It definitely sounds like an eagle screech. Looks real big to be a juvenile. Just chilling up there. Almost a seaweed here. Just ran into a big bunch. Must be pretty shallow in here. Get up on the shore a little bit. Check it out. A butterfly too. These rocks are so pretty. Much better than pulling up on some mud or sand. Okay, so I'm looking in. It looks like it's just a steep incline right back there. Not a huge fan of that. Down there was definitely better elevation wise, but it's right out in the open. Kind of like a little secluded area. Alright, let's walk back here. Lots of wood. I don't know if you can see that big spider web right here. Look at that little guy. See if I can focus on him. No. Alright. Funky looking thing. I don't want to mess this thing up, so around this way. I wonder if it will flatten up there. That'd be a lot better. Did not look promising. See right up there, it just keeps going straight up. Shucks. Let me go this way. Let's see if I can find anything better. If not, it's back to that first spot. Lots of spider webs. Whew. As I walk into one, some animals dropping. Spiders are all over me. Yeah. So many. Everywhere. Alright guys, so I was just thinking about the spot. It is a bit of a hike up and down this hill. Could risk getting injured by camping here. It's not awful. It's not ideal though. So I'm gonna go down there and check that first spot that we passed. And see what that looks like just on the land. Go back a little bit because it just might be a little easier, a little more enjoyable. I mean, I could camp here, but I'm just gonna have to hike up a hill. Anytime I need to get down to the water, I'll be kind of higher up, so the wind would be a little more rough. So, camera fell down. Sorry. So I'm gonna go down, check that spot out quick, and we'll go look at it together. Just about at the creek now. I'm sorry, just about at the kayak now. At the lake, edge of the lake. There's so many spider webs here. I wish that would mean no mosquitoes, but of course there's gotta be some. So, yeah. I'll get back to you when I'm out over at that spot. Alright guys, it's back to that first spot we saw. This spot just did not cut it for me. Too much hills, too much climbing up and down. Not worth it. Very grateful to be out here. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty nice 3 days. Alright, just about over here now. Find a good spot to pull up at. Ooh, spooked me. Alright guys, so here on the part of the island I want to be on. I'm going to get all my stuff pulled up here and get situated, find a spot to camp at. Here we go. Kind of like this. It's a little darker. This might not be a bad spot, even right here. This tree and that little group of them. That would not be bad. I just have to move this big log out of the way, or I could even build a fire up against it. I think this is the spot I'm gonna go with. There's also wood here for firewood, and all over the place actually, but the little stuff right there will be real useful. Doesn't look like there's any deadfall hanging. It's kind of tucked in. Not in a real low spot for water. No wildlife trails. And wind. These trees will block it pretty good. So I'm gonna go with this spot. So I'm gonna go grab my stuff. Okay guys, so this is the gear that I brought for the trip. I'm gonna start from over here on the left. I got a dry bag right here, which I carry most of this stuff in. Right now it just has, open it up and show you. It's just got my extra clothes in here. I got my fall raven trousers here. I'll lay those out, I guess. I have a long sleeve vented t-shirt for when I'm out fishing, if it's sunny, and also to keep away the bugs. That's that. I have a sweatshirt right here, a hoodie. 2 extra t-shirts, and over in my kayak I have a Ziploc. I have an extra change of socks and underwear in. So that's all for the dry bag. And that's a 30-liter dry bag from the Pathfinder school. And for food right here I have a small bag of jerky. I think it's like 2.5 servings there. I have a bag of rice. It's seasoned, so it's got, I think, 2 servings, 2.5 maybe. And then in here I have 2 Cliff Bars. I think there's 2 servings of oatmeal in here, and then I have just a little pack of tuna. Then here I got my fishing rod. It's just a spinning reel. And a fishing kit with it. And in my fishing kit I've got, I'll get up and show you guys. So my fishing kit, it contains just some old rusty hooks that I have, a couple sinkers. I got these little jingle bells. I'll show you what I do with them later. I have 4 lures. That's the real big one, then these 3 little ones. I had another one. Ooh, try to get this to focus on me. So I had another lure earlier, but a fish took it off, so that was disappointing, but that's where that is. These are 2 minnow needles. I can show you if we use them. I'll show you how they're used. These are 2 little lights that go on to my jingle bells there. So if we're night fishing, we're able to see, and they have 1 little float in there. But that's my fishing kit, along with my fishing rod over there. Then in here I have a sleeping bag. It is part of my MSS system. It's got just the patrol bag in it, so it's not not the intermediate heavy duty bag. Looks like I kicked some dirt up here. But yeah, there's that, and then the outside bivvy on that. And here I just have all my camera equipment, besides the camera that I'm using right now to film this, and chargers for the cameras, and then I got some right here. It's probably buried in there, but extra batteries for this. My black diamond headlamp, and it's got 2 settings, or I guess 3. So it's got the main single beam, and then wide beam, and then it's got like a red light. I don't need to use that unless I'm hunting, really. Next I have my Canteen Pathfinder, again 32 ounce stainless steel canteen. I filled it up before I left, so that's all the water I brought with me. The rest I'll just have to filter and boil out of this, or out of this bush pot I brought. It's a little kettle. I think it's like 8 quarts maybe. I can't remember. Looks like it's got some food on the handle from last time. That's not good. Oh well. Then right here is my ferrocerium rod. This is from Midwest Woodcraft, I believe they're called. It was like, I think $20. This and a littler one with it, but it's like a black walnut handle, real soft ferrocerium rod, so it strikes and throws big blobs of sparks real easy. And then a high-vis paracord lanyard, so if I drop it, I'm going to be able to see it pretty easily. Then I brought a roll of paracord. Now I don't need this much. I just was kind of lazy and I just threw this whole spool in my bag because I didn't feel like wrapping it up, because I don't know how much I'm going to need. I know I won't need that whole roll, but I'd rather save it rather than cutting some off. It might need more, might not need that much. But the next thing I brought is a first aid kit, and it's just for emergencies. I'm not going to use anything in here for any part of my survival, but I've got all sorts of antiseptics, Advil, Q-tips, tick things, bandages, whatever I would need. It's an outdoor adventure medical kits, first aid. So there's that. Then of course, summertime, lots of bugs. Had to bring some bug spray. It's a pain in the butt to have to keep swatting them off, and then you wake up the next day, you got bumps all over you, itching you like crazy. So I did that for comfort and for safety. I don't want to get any viruses or get sick off insect bites. Then I got my notebook right here. I'm not going to use it for fire building. It's just for taking notes. So I'm out here 3-day alone, so it's going to be a learning trip. So I brought this so I can write things down. Then I got my Gransford Brook small forest axe. That'll really help me out for chopping wood, because it is supposed to rain tomorrow, so a lot of the stuff is going to be wet on the outside. And then lastly, I have my Boreal 21. This is just the case for it. Boreal 21 by Agile Canyon, rolling buck saw. And so I have something to cut wood with real fast, easy. And I guess the last thing would be my kayak, which is over there with my life vest and the paddle. And I have this, there's a backpack right over here. It's emptied out, besides the extra socks and underwear that I brought. But yeah, that's all I brought. So what I'm gonna do now is find a ridgepole and start building a shelter and get ready for the night, because it's getting kind of dark already. I might grab a drink real quick and eat some of my food. I'm getting a little hungry. But other than that, that's all for now. Alright guys, I forgot to show this with the rest of my gear, but this is my Benchmade Bushcrafter S30V steel, super steel. Nice micarta handles. My favorite knife right now. That changes, but this has been my favorite for probably about a year and a half now. I really like it. It's been owned by another person, And then I bought it, and it has not been sharpened a single time. It's still razor sharp, still pops hair. But this is a custom-made Kydex sheath. It's just one I got with it. It comes with a buckskin leather sheath with the fire steel loop. But I went with this for the trip because I knew it was gonna rain, and I didn't want the leather getting all wet. So that's my knife. That's what I'm using. Don't have any other knife. And then my boots. They're Lawa Zephyrs, crazy comfortable. And I got these things called lock laces on here. And all you do is here, and then you can, I guess I'll show you guys. This is why I love them so much. So you can do this, and then they just slide right out and slide back in real easy. And then you just pull that shock cord, tighten it up, pull the piece back, and then I just tuck them in here. And that makes getting my boots on and off real easy. So yeah, Lawa Zephyrs, and these are in the sage green. Alright, time to find a suitable piece of wood to use as a ridgepole. Can't be that one, that's not straight enough. See some more, they're just like this, not straight enough. So let's keep walking. Lots of forest around here. Ooh, there's a nice little piece. Solid enough. That'll work. Should be long enough too, yeah. Drag it back to camp now. Clean it up. Then hang it up. Alright. That looks like it's literally just long enough. Hopefully just long enough. Maybe a little short, but that's okay, we can find more. So there's our ridgepole. Alright guys, so we are going to hang up this ridgepole quick, and I'm going to start with just cleaning off a bunch of dirt on here. Probably bugs and stuff on it, so yeah, it should be alright now. So, trying to think how I want to start this out. I guess I'll just tie a knot in this side, the bigger side first, and kind of let it hang, and then tie that, and then tighten this one back up. So let's see, get enough here off the spool. Go around the tree once. Yeah, that should be good right there. Just make a cut. Oop. Set that down. I don't know which way it's gonna want to stay up, but I hope it's this one. There we go. Sturdy. And hopefully it will reach just enough. Shoot. I think we're like an inch off. Might even want to make that lower. Alright. I'm going to put it down like right here. I'll have to adjust that side. That's about right. Go back here, tighten this one back up. Make sure it's good and tight on here. And we're gonna start building up the wall now. And And that's it for the shelter now. Looks good height. And then right out front here is where I'll have the fire. So it'll be good. I'm gonna go work on that now. Just start piling up wood. This is the issue, that ridgepole is not strong enough. Well, so far it is, but I do not want to risk sleeping under that. So I'm gonna take a pole, and it's gonna act as a support beam right there. So I gotta find one. I'm gonna measure it about shoulder height. That way it can. This has room to go up, and then also wood can set in, and that will that'll make the shelter a little more sturdy. And so I'm gonna go find that. I got my saw out. I'm gonna go make a cut and put in that support there, and I'll show you guys when I get back. Alright guys, so I know it's getting a little dark here. That's about done with my shelter. Just have to put some leaves and smaller sticks on. For the majority I got all of those. So I'm gonna put this support piece up underneath this. And what might end up happening is, hopefully this doesn't break when I lift it, but I might have to pull all these sticks off and put the brace under, and then redo it. Which wouldn't be the end of the world because it's already collected, so the hard work's done. So I'm just going to try this the first. I'm going to put it under and wedge it up as high as I can, and then set it down. Let's see how it goes. This is about the center here. Yeah, alright. Here we go. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Try to get under it with my shoulder. It's not high enough up. The brace is not, I mean. Here's one side. So what I'm going to do now is just fix this up, and I'm going to get the area in front of the shelter cleaned up and ready for a fire. Because yeah, it's getting pretty late. I'm losing daylight, so I might have to get my headlight up in a minute. But finish this up, clean it up, leaves on and smaller twigs and sticks. That fire circle here, and I'm going to get a fire going. Alright guys, so right now you're looking at the back of the shelter. I'm going to put some pieces on the bottom, kind of catch and stop the leaves a little bit and stop the branches from moving. It's a big chunk of wood right down here. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to start throwing leaves on there. Show you guys how that goes. So here's this big piece of wood. I'm going to take it and put it right on the back of this towards the bottom. Just got to move this piece. This piece is like perfect for this. It's kind of curved. It's flat on the one side, but that'll help catch some of the leaves. Alright, so I'm just going to grab a bunch of leaves, throw it on the back of this shelter. Try not to grab anything I don't want to touch. And again, with the leaves, you want to start from the bottom and go up. Now these leaves will take a long time to fill in. So obviously you got to throw a lot on, then they'll settle, and you got to throw some more on. So it's going to take a while. I'll just get back to you guys when I'm done with it. You don't have to watch me sit here for the next 30 minutes trying to throw that all up. Alright guys, so here's the back of the shelter. Just finished getting some leaves on there. I'm definitely going to have some work to do in the morning. But for now, this is going to have to be good enough. I'll show you guys the inside of the shelter, how it looks. There's all sorts of ants crawling all over from the wood I use, so when I get this fire going, hopefully they'll all clear out. But there's the wood. You can see it's pretty well covered all the way through. But to make it waterproof, I'm gonna need a few more inches of leaves on there. So probably what I did now, I'm probably had to do another time, like double it or even triple it to get it waterproof as best as I can, because I know it's gonna rain. So I'll probably get up early and do that. If not, maybe it will rain tonight and I'll figure out how well it does. So right now I'm just gonna get started on the fire circle and then start getting stuff for a fire. Hopefully I'll smoke all these bugs out there in my shelter, because I'm using a whole bunch of wood from on the forest floor. Let's get us some flames. Come on. We're cooking. Push it over a little bit. It's more centered. That's a little nicer. That's why it's all cleared out. Hey guys, I'm getting kind of low on water, so I also need to cook dinner. So we're gonna take the bush pot down to the lake and get some water, filter it, and then boil it here on the fire so we can cook our dinner and have some water to drink. So yeah, let's go down there and do that. Okay guys, so got my bush pot here. This is what I'm gonna do. This band that I use to put around the thing to hold the lid on, it does close, but it's kind of loose, so it doesn't usually fall off like that, but it just takes a little bit. So I have this, almost dropped my lid. I have this bandana here. What I'm going to do is put it over the top of the lid, have it actually folded up like this over the lid. I'm going to put the band around it, around the edge of it, so it will act as a filter, so it don't get so much dirt and mud and whatever else is swimming around in there. Don't want that in my water. Alright, there you go. Seal it off on all the sides, so when the water goes in, it will filter through 4 layers of this. I'm going to jump down there and do that. Alright guys, let's hike back up here, and now I'm going to set this on here to boil. Alright, let's hope that boils pretty quickly. Not as hungry as I am thirsty. I do have some water left, but I'm trying not to burn through it until I get some replacement water. And so I'm gonna let that boil and probably get some more firewood a while. I just checked my pot of water. It's boiling. It's been boiling for a while, so pulling it off there. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit. Getting pretty tired, so I'm not super hungry, but I know I should eat just to get some fuel in me and save the rest of the water for drinking. So I'm gonna let this cool off. I drink whatever is left in my water bottle. I'm gonna pour in whatever. I'm gonna pour it all in my water bottle except just enough to make some rice quick. Now I'm gonna hit the hay. So I'll get back to you when this is done cooling off. In the meantime, I'm gonna go get the food ready to go. Alright guys, so my water's had time to cool off. Still warm though. I have a warm meal. I'm gonna finish off what's left in my water bottle and fill it back up with a bowl of water. So I'm gonna just chug this real quick. Yeah, put a nice indent in there so the water doesn't spill out the sides. Carrying a bandana is very useful for filtering water. Also, as you saw me, I was handling the hot stuff with it. Can't get that out. Alright. Just don't want this to spill, but I know if I put this on with the seal still in here, oh, there we go. The seal will pop out and go to the bottom of it. And that don't taste very good. It's also a pain in the butt. So yeah, I'm gonna set that aside. So I did not bring eating utensils. I did that on purpose, just because I'm so used to doing it. I wanted a little more challenge, so I'm gonna get some wood, a little stick or something, burn it up a little, make sure it's sterilized, and just use that to stir. And I guess I'll just sip it out for eating it. I don't really feel like taking all that time to carve a spoon just for that. But hey, check this out. There's crazy amounts of ants right over here. Hopefully you can see that. Loads of black ants. Now if I was really hungry, I'd eat some of them, but they weren't there before. They weren't there when I came, and they just seem to be all up this log. Over here even, crawling everywhere, all over this stuff. So there must be some nest or whatever ants use. We got a little beetle right here, trying to get out of the way. Maybe he's camera shy. Alright. It's still kind of dry. I'm crunching into it. It doesn't really bother me. I'm getting tired, so I'm just gonna eat this like it is. There's a big old spider crawling across the floor. I think I've seen more spiders today than I've ever seen. Same with those black ants. Like, I see them all the time, but never that many. They're like everywhere. They're in here too. That's all for me tonight, guys. I'm gonna turn in Get that fire going a little bit and then go to bed. Well guys, it's about 6 a.m. It's been raining pretty much since 4. My shelter is doing pretty well though. I'm not getting rained on right now, but can't really see. Let me get the light on quick. So yeah, I'm not getting rained on right now. Couple of drops like here and there. I just scooted my sleeping bag in a little bit. It's up here. There's not as many leaves you can see. But it's up pretty good though. I don't know. I'm just gonna wait it out, see if it stops raining anytime soon. I'll like sleep a little bit more. Just giving you guys an update. Alright guys, so it's like 10:30 right now. Just like really waking up. I woke up a couple times during the rain, but it looks like it stopped. I went and checked the weather on my phone and it said it's not gonna pick up again until around 12 o'clock, and it's, like I said, 10:30, so about an hour and a half of no rain. So I better get up and do something. I'm thinking about adding to my shelter, putting some more leaves on, because this did hold up really well. Like I said earlier this morning, it held up good with the rain. Once I was tucked back in here a little bit, I didn't really get wet at all. It was just out here that was getting rained on, and this under my camera tarp, but it was from that. So if I throw some more leaves on that and do some work, then I think it should be pretty dry for when it starts raining again, because once it starts again, it says it should be going till right about 11 o'clock tonight, thunderstorm. So I better do that, get a nice supply of firewood, and try to eat something if I can. But also, I know I've been complaining about spiders so much this trip. Or really just like saying there's a lot of them, and I'm actually grateful for them for this. I hope you guys can see it, but there's a whole mess of webs here. Yeah, they're picking up on the camera pretty well. Whole mess of webs and little mosquitoes in them, like dozens of them. So yeah, spiders might be annoying to walk into the webs, but they're keeping the bugs off me. And there's a line of them right there. It's not really picking up too well. It's only showing like one on the camera, but there's like a whole line. Yeah, there you go. Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna get up, go to the bathroom, work on the shelter a little bit, and get a fire going if I can. And then, yeah, just hope the rain doesn't start so soon. If I do get more sunlight after I do my chores, I might go out on the boat, try to fish a little bit. That'd be pretty fun, and it'd be nice to eat a fish. So yeah, I'm gonna get up and get moving. See you guys later. Alright guys, so I just walked down by the edge of the lake, and I noticed there's some trash laying over here. Looks like a kind of a little valley. But look what kind of trash it is. A Bic lighter. Still got some flint. I don't know if there's any fuel left in it. Oh, that's cool. I can try to get a fire going. See if I can do it with just a flint. But I'll dry this out. If it's got any fuel left in it, it'll dry out and it will work. So to get this to dry out quicker, remove this child safety lock. Also makes it easier to strike it. So blade tip. There we go. So this will expose the flint more, allow it to dry out a lot quicker. Also makes striking it a lot easier and quicker. You don't have to push down on it. And as long as you don't have any kids with you that might get into that, you don't need no child safety lock. So I'm gonna let that dry out. I'm gonna put it in my pocket for now because I'm still exploring and just looking around real quick, looking at this water down here because down there it looks just low enough that I could collect water from when I need to, so I don't have to walk all the way back down to where I put in at, because my camp is just right over that little ridge up there. So yeah, it's a cool find. That'll be interesting. A mullein here. There's some there. Plant there and plant there. Smaller one over there. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick some of these. The wild edible here. Ooh. Let's pick the good ones. They're real soft. Some people call them lamb's ear. That's what I used to know them as, but they're real soft, kind of like velvety. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick some more of them. Check this out. Looks real fresh. Looks like a beaver. So that's the signs of beaver over here. And then there's another one right there. Another sign. All along here. There's all sorts of trees. Like that one, these. They're all just chewed up all through the sides. Alright guys, so I'm just on this beach. I smelled something and it smelled minty. And I love the taste of mint, peppermint, whatever. We got a whole bunch of it here. So I'm gonna collect a bunch of these little leaves. That's gonna make my lake water taste a little better. It tastes really good. It just chew on them. Real minty. Not a bitter taste at all. So I'm gonna collect a bunch of them. I'm gonna use this. It's that old chewing tobacco can. Yeah, I know. Oh, there goes my leg. I cleaned it out. Hopefully I didn't just break the lid. It's cracked a little bit. That's not bad though. So I'm gonna collect a bunch of those. Like I said, it would make my lake water taste a lot better. So let's grab a whole bunch of them, throw them in. Alright guys, so took everything out of the shelter. And I threw a whole bunch more leaves on. The reason I took everything out is because I don't want more dirt or whatever getting in it. So yeah, it's my bandana hanging, but yeah, I got a bunch more leaves on, filled up pretty much all the holes. Can't see anymore except on this right here, but since that's just a straight drop, it's not really whatever, logical, or it wouldn't work too well to throw a whole bunch of leaves on there, because I'd literally have to pile the leaves up to get them to stay, and then a little wind blows and they're all gone. So I didn't worry about that too bad. That's all packed on there pretty good. So I'll be nice and dry back here, and maybe I'll just stick my stuff back in this corner tonight. But it's supposed to start raining here pretty soon, so I'm gonna go find some fat wood from pine trees and try to get that to light. If I can get that and maybe some tulip poplar shavings, I can get a fire going, and then maybe cook up some breakfast. I can already hear the rain coming just a little bit, so that's unfortunate. I guess I'll just have to work quick, so I'll bring you guys with me when I go out look for fat wood. So I'll catch it up with you in a second. I'm just gonna throw all this stuff back in my shelter so it doesn't get wet. Alright guys, so you probably tell it's the rain picked up pretty good. I'm just trying to get this done quick so I can get out of this fire. I'm gonna find one. This is probably not a good one. I'm just moving it out of the way to get in here. That one's alright. I'll just throw it in. These bigger ones are what I'm after. They'll obviously produce more. That nice fat wood in there. Just trim this off so I'm not tearing back a whole bunch of useless pine. Even more. I'll leave it at that. Grab a few more pieces here and then I'm gonna head back up. Alright guys, so I made it back to the shelter. Got a little wet. I'm just kind of tucking myself in here, trying to stay dry. Alright guys, rain's kind of lingering in there a little bit. I'm getting real hungry, so I'm taking my oatmeal packets and I'm just gonna pour the water in. Just eat it cold. I don't really care. It doesn't need to be warm. I still got some mint in here. Take a couple sips, try to get some out of it. If it gets in my oatmeal, no big deal. Not gonna hurt me. But what I'll do is pour the water in there and then let it sit right up against this log, this piece of wood over here, this little log. It smells good. Apples and cinnamon, so there's one. Smells so good. I'm so hungry right now. Check this one. Should be alright. Barely use any of the water, so that's a good thing. Because I don't know when I'm gonna build the next fire with all this rain. So I'm just gonna let these sit a few minutes and then I'll dig into them. Big screen. Got like orange color. Sticking everything. Not like me. Alright guys, so the oatmeal's sat a few minutes. Now I gotta, I guess, just push it to the top and I'll eat it out of that. Tastes so good. A couple mint leaves in there. Doesn't hurt anything. I'm gonna keep eating my breakfast. Looks like the sun's peeking out a little bit. I'll show you guys. So, if it does get sunny, stops the rain, I might go out. I think I'll go out in the kayak and go fishing a little bit. See if I can get into a big old fish. It'll be a nice food to eat. Then if I do, I need to get a fire ready and cooking. So I'll get back to you guys when that happens. Alright guys, I got the kayak packed up and ready to go. Got my fishing kit, GoPro, fishing rods, water bottle, thumper stick, tripod, that apple from the boat launch yesterday, and then my paddles. So I'm gonna take this and we're gonna see how it goes pulling the kayak down there. Gotta go real slow and careful because it's kind of a steep drop there. But it looks like a good place to put in and pull out. But I left the camp in good shape. Everything is squared away, and put under the tarp and stuff under my bag so it's not gonna get wet. And almost forgot. I need my life vest. So I'm gonna go ahead and get down there. Alright guys, I made it down here. Clear a little path right there to pull the kayak through, and I came down up and over that side into here. Got the kayak ready. I'm gonna get out there. Hopefully get into some fish. But I guess we'll see. Alright guys, so this is the first one I'm gonna start out with using. It's already got a swivel on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that off, set it back in here. Because I have a swivel on my line. But this bad boy is I guess to work in the weeds so it doesn't get snug up on stuff. When it gets pulled through the water, it kind of gives it like a weird swim, so it looks injured. And these hooks are razor sharp on there, so hopefully I'll run into something big enough to bite this. Alright, ready to get out there now. Okay, let's try this little bluegill out. I guess it floats. I haven't used it before. It looks like it should be pretty solid. Alright guys, so I just got back from paddling. I was paddling for a good 2 hours at least. Was trolling the whole time, stopped and cast a few times, but no luck with the fish. I did find 2 lures though. They're pretty old. They're broken on the hooks. Like right there. But there's that, and then the next one down there that's got a spoon on the end. So I guess that's a float. And then the spoon is in there. I can show you guys later, but looks like it's getting kind of stormy out. So I decided to come back. I'm gonna get a fire going, hopefully, and guess just hunker in. I don't know how long this storm's gonna last, so it's a bummer. It was sunny there for a little bit, but I guess that's how it goes. So I'll catch you guys up back at the shelter. Alright guys, so I'm back at camp. About to thunderstorm. I can see it, I can feel it, it's all muggy. So I split down some tulip poplar with my knife and a baton, and I'm going to make some shavings quick. Trying to get this fire going before the rain starts. So once it starts, it's going to be a lot harder. There it's going. That storm is right there. Trying not to burn myself. Transfer this here and don't go out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Staying alive. Good, good, good. Let's go. With that rain, I don't know how long it's gonna hold off for. gonna baton some pieces down and just get a fire going from that. It's gonna take me a few minutes, so I'll just jump on that. Alright guys, I'm gonna baton this piece of tulip poplar down. It's a little longer than I usually do with the baton, but hopefully it should work. Just found the straightest piece I could get. Cut it off, so. Keeps breaking off the sides. That's not helpful. You want a nice clean split. Don't think that's gonna happen with this piece. Look at that. It's all crooked. And here comes the rain. Alright, I'm gonna try to get this real quick. If not, we're gonna have to take this into the shelter and roast them up. Alright, into the shelter we go. The rain's coming down hard now. Alright, hopefully you guys can see. Going down. Sitting on it. Really want to try to get this fire rolling. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen though, but I'm still gonna try. That rain is really kicking up already. I'm gonna try to get this going and just use the sticks, I guess. This is not cooperating. Oh, my storm's coming. I don't know, maybe I just better save this for later. Let's hunker down, because that rain is just gonna put it right out. That's what I'm thinking. Just make a pile of wood over here. Get my shavings all together. Yeah, I don't like that. Thunder coming right now. Alright. Oh, that's disappointing. No fish today. No fire. Hopefully this is just like a quick storm, like 30 minutes and it's gone. I'm gonna go ahead and move this stuff here. Put it into the shelter. Right in that corner. Just have a little, it's not as wet, I guess, not as soaked. Alright guys, so it's still storming. It's getting kind of late. I checked the time. It's 5:14. I can see some sun over here. If it will focus for me. Sunlight. But for right now, I'm just chilling in here. I'm gonna break out the tuna. I'm just gonna eat this It's a hot buffalo style, so it tastes like hot sauce and tuna. It's pretty good, but it doesn't need heated up or anything. So I'll just open that up, just squeeze it out and eat it, and hope for this rain to stop soon so I can get a fire going, boil some more water, get dinner cooking up. Yeah, that's all for now. Same old stuff here. Okay guys, I just spent a little bit of time walking around finding some bait for fishing, and while I was doing that, I ended up finding a tin can here. So as you can see, there's some worms, and then I got 2 crickets. Yep, there's the other cricket right in there. It took me forever to find the worms. I was finding lots of crickets, but I think there's only one spot that I could find worms at, and it was right beside the water. There's a bunch of like worm looking dirt. So I scooped up a couple of them, and right now I'm gonna go down there, set up a line, and I'm gonna put one of my bells on it, on my rod, so then if a fish bites I'll be able to hear it ringing. And while I'm waiting for fish, I'm gonna I'm gonna try to start to get a fire going and boil some water, cook some dinner. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna head down there and get that figured out. Alright guys, so I'm gonna put a hook and sinker on. Here's the hook. Try to get that to focus in. Here's the hook. It's a little rusty. It was sitting in one of my tackle bags for a while. So I found this river stone, or sorry, a stone from the lake here, and I'm gonna use that and attempt to sharpen it up a little bit, so when the fish bites, the hook will set properly. Just find the right angle, scrape some of that rust off. It's a little sharper. So there's my stone. I'm just gonna leave that there. Zoom out here quick. Found my line right here. Still got the swivel on, so I'm just gonna keep that on. No problem with that. Take the sinker right here. A little line. Camera's falling. Alright, let me move back here. So make a little loop in the line. Stick it through the loop in the sinker, and then put the loop of line over the sinker. And it kind of locks it in there. So you got the hook and the sinker. That shouldn't be too close there. So I'm going to take a worm and I'm going to cast that out into the lake. And I'm going to find a stick to prop it up on. And once I prop it up, get it secure so it's not going to get pulled out, I'm going to put one of these on. So I just clip it onto the end of the rod, and when a fish bites, I'll hear the bell. I'm used to fishing with these, so even a slight tingle of the bell will alert me, and I'll remember to come down and check it out. So I'm going to do that now.